big boys let their hands go, the world stops to watch. And make no mistake about it, the Clash on the Dunes is the biggest, most anticipated fight on the planet. But rather than be happy with just the brilliance of the main event, Matchroom Boxing has assembled a heavyweight heavy undercard fit for a king. 9 fights in total, 5 heavyweight fights, 4 title fights, and even a Saudi fighting for the Middle East Lightweight Championship. So ladies and gentlemen, it's an incredible night of boxing action. It is historic, and here to tell you all about it and introduce you to all the great fighters on this card, the man that put it together, the president of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, David, and welcome to the entire media world here today. We're in a fantastic room, a fantastic
the biggest boxing event of the year 2019. As Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing is proud to present Saturday Night Live on the Zone and Sky Sports box office in association with Skill Challenge Entertainment, AJ Boxing, and TGB Promotions, and proudly sponsored by our title partner, Public Investment Fund, and also supported by JD Sports. The event, the Heavyweight Championship of the World. There's no title that equals that. There's nothing in the world of sports bigger than being the World Heavyweight Champion. And on Saturday night, it'll be the rematch. 12 rounds of boxing for that Heavyweight Championship. Now I know it's going to be a big event because I see Neil Leiper here in the audience, and he's the only photographer in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And we have press from all over the world, and they'll be here for the rest of the week watching every move these two fighters make. This is the rematch the world has been waiting for. It's on top of a great night of world-class professional boxing. And here to tell you more about it is Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing.
Thank you, Michael. And can I just say as well, what an honour it is to have you here as well, Hall of Fame MC, of course, the voice of boxing. When you hear those famous words, let's get ready to rumble, it's like nothing else. And when you hear it on Saturday night, it's going to be a moment in time, a moment of history. We talked about our friend Neil, the photographer. He was on the canvas, he was taking photos for the Thriller in Manila, for the Rumble in the Jungle. And on Saturday night, welcome to the Clash on the Dunes, another historic evening for the sport of boxing, a heavyweight event that will go down in the history of our sport. The rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, that epic night at Madison Square Garden on June the 1st when Andy Ruiz upset the odds and became the first ever Mexican world.
How excited are all of us about this? We've been covering boxing for almost 30 years on Sky. There's been some magical, some memorable nights. We saw Frank Bruno crowned heavyweight champion at the 4th attempt at the old Wembley back in 1995. There's been some incredible moments through the years with the likes of Prince Nassim Hammer, Joe Calzaghe, Ricky Hatton, David Haye, Carl Froch, of course, at Wembley. We've followed Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Roy Jones, so many of the greats. And then we got into the business of making a deal with Eddie and with Anthony Joshua after he won his Olympic gold. And we've been following the AJ story for the last 6 years. It's been fantastic. He's been a wonderful ambassador for the sport, becoming the heavyweight champion, of course, and having so many great fights and nights in front of so many people at such great events around the world. Then all of a sudden, one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. We've seen, obviously, Buster Douglas take on Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis lose a couple of times to Oliver McCall and Hasim Randall. But this was a huge one in the Garden when very few people outside of Andy Ruiz's team gave him much of a chance. But what a fight we had. Andy Ruiz becoming the first heavyweight champion from Mexico. Anthony Joshua having to go back and rebuild. And how we love a rematch. Rematches are fantastic. This will be the biggest night for us of the year. We're host broadcasting. We've got 147 people from Sky over to make sure it dazzles in what is a wonderful arena, a brilliant new stadium built in a matter of weeks. And I think Saturday night is going to see some real history. What happens, who knows? It's unpredictable, this sport, and this fight, you cannot pick a winner. Andy Ruiz, can he do it all over again? Anthony Joshua, will he reclaim the belts and take his position? Everybody at Sky, and I know everybody back home, cannot wait. And it'll be 8:45, 9 o'clock UK time, prime time back home, Sky Sports box office. Don't miss it.
Thank you, Adam. And we now go on to our partners, His Highness Prince Khalid Al Saud, Chairman of Skills Challenge Entertainment.
Two times. Stand still. Stand still. Huh? Stand still. Stand still. Stand still. Still. No, it's still. Hold them for us. Put down. Put down. Amen. You gonna make it with me?
And the weigh-in will be Friday for the big night of fighting, December 7th, this Saturday here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It all goes down for the Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Ayan mga kadabar dyan, nagtatapos ang aking first ever experience maka-attend ng once in a lifetime official press interview ng famous boxer na si Anthony Joshua at saka si Andrew Ruiz. And maraming salamat mga kadabar at keep safe everyone.